So I think central to this idea that we're made to do hard things is understanding that as a human species, we've evolved through so many periods of history where we've really managed to survive through lots of different pandemics and lots of different challenges and social and political uprising. And I think in a world where there is so much comfort and ease, we forget that. And so, sometimes people say, well, we're faced with unprecedented challenges. I think we believe that hard things are worth doing. I think where we have changed as a society is our belief that we're capable of doing those hard things. Somehow our society has grown to believe that we're fragile, that we should avoid hardship and we should avoid struggle. Sometimes we forget that through that struggle and through confronting those challenges, we learn about our own capacity for meeting those challenges. We learn about the amazing people around us who can help us deal with those challenges. And we forget that we can grow stronger by meeting and overcoming those adversities. People often believe that resilience is an innate quality. It's a characteristic that you either have or you don't have, and that capacity gives you the ability to overcome challenges. And people, I think, have lots of ideas around how to meet challenges successfully. I know as a child, I was taught not to share my struggles with anybody, that if you don't talk about it, then they don't exist. Some people don't want to infect others with their struggles or if they're feeling anxious or depressed, I don't want to pass that on to somebody else. The human tendency sometimes to isolate when we're dealing with challenges is hard, right? Shifting the mindset of needing to struggle through hard things on our own is really critical to building resilience. That was one of the positive things that came out of COVID, was that we learned how strong our communities were, right? We were forced to isolate, which I think caused some people to figure out how to build the structures and systems that would get them through that crisis. The more we're able to foster an understanding of all of the things that we can gain from building stronger connections, people feeling more alive and engaged at work, people feeling more satisfaction and less conflict in their relationships, people feeling a little bit less like they are on their own in this big world. I think all of those things are really, really important for building both character and resilience. I was so excited to come to Ivey to present at this conference after I read about the leader character framework that drives a lot of the programming here. I think Ivey is such a wonderful model for what education should look like, that we should be training future leaders in business, but also focusing on the aspects of character and leadership that will bring integrity, responsibility, community into the workplace. And so I'm just so grateful to have had the chance to be a part of this event, and really hope that other schools view Ivey as a source of inspiration for how they model their programs. I consider your students very lucky to be in a place where they're learning to be outstanding future leaders in business, but also excellent human beings.